Good afternoon, students, and welcome to Spring 2023. So this is a video that's going to talk about your class navigation. In other words, how do you navigate this online homepage? So when you click on homepage, okay, so I click on homepage, and then this is what's going to show up. First, you get a welcome to Spring 2023. Here is where I'm going to record all of my live lectures. Each week, I will post a new live lecture onto this screen. So if you miss the weekly Zoom, like you're not available, then you go to this screen here, click on here, and there will be a Zoom recording where you can click on it and watch that week's recording. So this is going to be week 1, Zoom, week 2, Zoom, week 3, Zoom, and of course week 12. So you'll go over here to access your weekly Zoom lectures. Now this module houses your weekly quizzes. So in week 1, week 3, week 5, and week 7, you're going to have a grammar quiz. And so before you take your grammar quiz, you need to watch these videos, which will prepare you for the quiz. So this is the week 1 quiz, week 3 quiz, week 5 quiz, and the week 7 quiz. During week 1, underneath the weekly quiz videos, I will always have a space where I'm going to list what you have to do every week. So for week 1, you have to do the week 1 forum, week 1 quiz, and attend the week 1 Zoom lecture if possible. Your week 1 Zoom lecture will meet at this Zoom meeting link. And then these are the dates and times of your Zoom lectures. April 12th, April 19th, always Wednesdays at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. So during the Zoom lectures, I will go over your grammar quizzes, I will go over your forums, I will go over your writing assignments. And if you have any questions about your assignments, this is the time where you can come to the Zoom lecture and ask questions about how to do assignments and how to write your papers or how to do your quizzes. So that's going to be your weekly Zoom lectures. These are my welcome videos. This is a little biography, and then here you're going to find the getting started. This is where you will find all of Fortis's policies, the course syllabus, Fortis online policies, instructor contact information, and in the student resources you will find places where you can find help if you have trouble with, like, the writing center, all kinds of accommodations. The Course Cafe is an ungraded discussion forum where you and other students can hang out. And I won't look at it unless you want me to. And then please let your instructor or student service advisor know if you are unclear about any of the expectations or assignments of this class. Learning modules. Learning modules is this. You will go to modules, and then this will take you to everything from your week 1 overview, your week 1 reading, your interactive lecture. I suggest that every week you read your interactive lecture. The week 1 instructor live session, for instance, the week 1 instructor live session, that's another place where I put the week 1 or the meeting link. So everything is under modules. And if you want to know more about me, you can go to the instructor contact details, and it contains the same thing as your homepage, at least the part about. So every time, you notice that I always go to the modules. You can go to the Writing Center, and then the Writing Center will have everything you need to know about writing. You've got starting the writing process, introduction to pre-writing, overcoming writer's block, developing an outline, writing paragraphs, conducting research, APA tutorial, how to avoid plagiarism, writing a research paper, writing about literature, overview of punctuation, sentence variety, using appropriate language, and email etiquette. So if you're having trouble with any of these, and once again, I go to modules. And then here you have the instructor. Course Cafe, obviously, is where you and other students can hang out. So I go to the modules a lot because it has everything. And then here, from the modules, you can access all of your discussions. So this week 1, you're going to talk about what is your past and present experience with writing. Why do you feel writing is important, and why do you want to take this class? And so you introduce yourself in the week 1 forum, like I've introduced myself, and then every week when you press on discussions, all of your discussions, every week you're going to have a discussion, and I will talk about each discussion, in other words, how to do each discussion in my Zoom lectures. And then if you click on Zoom, you're going to notice, but wait a minute, there's no Zoom lectures, there's nothing here. So, well, if you want to know how to get to your Zoom for this class, you simply go to Home, you press on Home, and then here you click on down, and here is your Zoom meeting. Okay, that's how you get to your Zoom meeting. Now going to syllabus. Your syllabus will have this is going to be all of your assignments that you're going to do for the entire semester, everything, percentages, grades, readings, and every week, here is what you have to do for week 1, here's what you got to do for week 2, here's what you have to do for week 3, here's what you have to do for week 4. So in this way, you can keep track of every week what assignments you have to do and what readings you have to do to keep up with. And so in the discussion forums, if you want to get full credit, you need to write down what we were reading about. In other words, give tips about what you learn in the reading each week. So that's how I know that you've been doing the readings. So that's week 1, week 2. So always plan ahead doing your syllabus. Don't just wait until that week to read up on the syllabus. Always read up 1 week ahead of time. So if we're in week 2, you're already reading about week 3, that sort of thing. That way you have time to ask me questions. That's known as time management. Always plan ahead. Then you're going to notice that here you have one way of, so that goes all the way down to week 12. So this is going to be a 12-week course. So here you would use this to scroll up and down the syllabus. Now you have another scroll here on the outer edge. You have 2 of them. One over here to scroll up and down the syllabus. Now you're going to have an outer one in which you're going to scroll all the way down, and here you'll find your dates. In other words, when is everything due? So here for week 1, everything is due Sunday, April 16th. For week 2, everything is due April 23rd. Everything is usually due on Sunday, midnight Pacific. So that's when here, midnight Pacific. The only difference is June 30th is the last day of class. So June 30th, everything is due on a Friday instead of a Sunday. So for 11 weeks, everything's going to be due on Sunday except for the last week of class. So the last week of class, the last day of class is going to be Friday, June 30th, 2023. So here you go to the outer scroll bar, and here you go up and down for the syllabus. That's where people get so confused, because here you have an inner scroll bar for the assignments and an outer scroll bar for due dates. So that's the only thing you got to, and you can also click on this to download your own copy, and you can print out your syllabus. And I also recommend that you keep track of your assignments by looking at the calendar. Okay, so the calendar here, you can keep track of all of the dates. You can also click on calendar over here. And the calendar over here will also, you can keep track of your assignments of what's due every week if you click on assignments. And so here, if you click on inbox, this is where, well, I guess you guys don't get that. All right. So if I click on courses, that's where you can access your course. Okay, so that's where you access your course, and it comes back to the home page. Okay, this is always the home page with all the stuff on it. So that pretty much, oh, and as for the bookshelf, you don't have to worry about that. You just have to go to my how to access, oh, one thing, announcements. So in the announcements, always check for the announcements. So in the announcements, I will put the how to do everything. I will put at least 3 or 4 announcements per week. So always check your announcements. And I will also put an announcement on how to do your how to access your book, your ebook. And if you're missing any assignments or if you're late, you click on grades. And then here, this will tell you which assignments you've done and which assignments that you're missing. Okay. And then it will tell you your grade, like what your grade point average is. So always look under grades to keep track, to make sure that you've done all of your assignments. So here you have your assignments, and if you're having trouble and you want to go to Smart Thinking, you can go to smartthinking.com, and this should open up into, and then you would log into Smart Thinking in order to get extra help. Course evaluations, shoot. Okay, so there's nothing here. If you're having trouble, so these are all of your options, all right? So home page, once again, that's where you access your Zoom, that's where you access your quizzes, and that's where you get your schedule for the Zoom, and then syllabus is where you figure out what assignments you are. Remember, there's an inner scroll bar, and then this is for the due dates, and the outer scroll bar for syllabus. Modules, I would say, is the most important out of all of this, because here you can get everything. You want to know how to get to your quizzes? Modules. You want to know how to get to your discussion? Modules. Everything goes to modules. So if you get lost and you want to know, but how do I get to my quizzes? How do I get to my writing assignment? Just click on modules, and everything goes to modules. So your writing assignments, everything. So here, if I say you've got a writing assignment to do, then you have to click on, modules. Here's your week 2 pre-writing, for your essay 1. So everything is under modules. Your quizzes, your forums, your interactive reading. This would be your textbook. Okay, your ebook is, you just click on week 2 reading, week 1 reading, and you go through a few steps. I will show you in another video how that's done. So basically everything is under modules, and discussion is just your weekly discussion. You need to post every week in your discussions, and you also need to hand in your assignments every week in order to maintain attendance. If you don't do your assignments or your forums every week, you will fall out of attendance, and then the school will kick you out of the class. So you don't want to get kicked out of the class. You want to maintain attendance. This one doesn't count for attendance. If you just go on Course Cafe, that's not going to count for attendance. You have to attend these every week. So week 4, to be in week 4 attendance, you go to the week 4 discussion. For week 3 attendance, week 3. For week 2 attendance, week 2 discussion. So always you got to maintain attendance, and you have to, every week, you have to post in the forums. So this pretty much ends. So it's very, very easy how to do your online classroom. And if you have any questions about how to navigate your online classroom, feel free to email me anytime.